a large project for cementation would be a $200 million project. And in oil and gas, they're doing multi-billion dollar projects. So the market, you're right, in terms of dollar volume is much bigger, but the companies that are doing the work are taking
huge
far larger pieces of the pie, so to speak.
Like,
so,
Roy,
yeah.
Did you hear about the Fort Hills project that like Suncor and Teck were a partner on back in the day, like when they first started?
No, I'm not familiar with that one. No.
So a massive project, $17 billion cost, just massive.
Rory, if you look at any LNG projects, and there's a few of them proposed for Vancouver on the coast. I mean, they're multi-billion dollar projects. We build a new mine, and 800 million to $1 billion. I mean, some projects are huge, but typical LNG projects are in the multi-billions.
Jerrod, that's interesting though, because every time we go back into the data for energy, it's interesting because it's almost always the same thing. It's like everything, there's not as many companies. There is some new like technology players, but it's not nearly like in mining. And they just pump massive volumes.
Right.
Because like when they build that twin the Trans-Canada pipeline, that all gets set up. The people that are working on it. It's all mapped out. It's not like there's a whole bunch of companies that can go and then try and sell while that's going on. It's already done.
Yeah. Yeah, and I just, when I'm looking at this and I think of how many mistakes we've made, Rory, chasing stuff without like that proper market research. Rory, I don't know if you've ever experienced, I mean, Rory and I, like I said, about 5 years of, I mean, it's kind of a joke, but we really were kind of thinking in that 1%. In all honesty, that's how
we thought in marketing.
Somebody's got to say yes.
They got to say yes. They want to reach hundreds of thousands of people. They don't.
Nobody has to say yes.
No.
That's one thing new companies have to realize. You have to convince them to say yes. Like the odds, the Hunger Games, the odds are not in your favor.
You're actually better. Sorry, I just wanted, before I forget this point, you're actually better to identify 1% of the market that is your target market. That's like that Apple method, right?
Yeah.
So they went really heavily after artists, and then the artists sort of propelled that brand.
Yeah.
I think they had that great commercial, Think Different, I think it was, or something.